Suite de nos aventures dans Fireteam, nouveau chapitre, le cadeau du feu.
Well, never figured we'd be fighting robots. One or two? Yeah, that happens. The more complex the scent, the higher the risk. They say it's because the smart ones have more code, more chance of an error someplace. You wanna know what I think? I think it's because the smart ones figure out how we treat them. Rodriguez, Cynthia, kept running the company's experiments after the outbreak at Pala Station. Marched her army down into those ruins and used Honecker's pathogen on shit. Zip point shit. He didn't know nothing about no ruins. Went nuts when we asked. Wanted to see all the footage. After he got off the company shuttle, he never stepped outside Pala Station. Only execs were allowed to leave. Guess we know why. They ain't want nobody finding this place by accident. Commissars finally let Honecker out of interrogation. I'll see if we can get him on the radio for the missions ahead. Maybe he can make sense of what we find. Hell if I know. They're thousands of years old. And those big-ass heads, man, those are human, or near enough that I can't tell. When I grew up, the priest said we was the only thing with brains and feelings and morals. In over 500 surveyed worlds, there's no record of another civilization. Not a jar or a cave paint, nothing. Weyland-Yutani found something here that ain't nobody seen before. Before you took out Cynthia, she issued contingency orders to her sense. Now, Endeavor's seeing all kinds of weird shit deeper in the ruins. Gravity turning itself off, gamma ray bursts. Whatever she did, it probably ain't good for us. I want your fire team back dirt side. Find what's causing the anomaly. If it's a problem, handle it.
Yeah, I wish I could give you some extra training. I really do, but I don't want to. Yeah, damn right you're ready for another mission.
Alors, une anomalie croissante a été détectée sous la surface de LV 895. Trouvez la source et faites le nécessaire pour résoudre la situation. Alors, quand nous avons éliminé Cynthia, on va dire, c'est le plus rapide, a déclenché quelque chose, une sorte de plan d'urgence de Weyland-Yutani. À présent, Esther perçoit des distorsions énergétiques et gravitationnelles sous la surface de LV-880. Retournez dans les ruines pour en trouver la source.
When we took out Cynthia, she triggered something, some contingency plan by Weyland-Yutani. Now Esther's seeing gravity and power distortions under the surface of LV-895. You're going back into the ruins to find the source.
Regulations prohibit taking aboard xenomorphic parasites. Any of you come back with a makeout buddy, my lock stays sealed.
Fireteam, we need to locate the anomaly. I got Esther and Doc Honecker on the line for assist.
Just speaking to this. Okay. Hello.
Voilà, ça commence bien.
I recommend haste.
Oh, thank God.
Ça, c'est le cadeau de bienvenue.
I'll take, a beer.
What am I looking at here? Who built this?
There are holograms on the far end of the room. Might we investigate?
Don't linger. Bad weirdness underground, remember?
Enquêter sur les hologrammes. En fait là les décors ça devient un peu un mix des deux premiers niveaux.
A synthetic. Perhaps I can recover its final directives.
Grab the drives. Fireteam, watch behind! Watch the holes!
PV. Alors là, alors.
Before she perished, Cynthia had her forces scan carvings throughout the complex.
What for? Can you read them?
Not without the transliteration to begin from.
The wall. More carvings.
Drop a LiDAR scanner for S. She can work on a translation later.
Je sens pas trop cette pièce.
There is a commonality, a sequence shared with the first set.
Motion in the walls! Scanner must have pissed him off somehow.
Sur la gauche, il y avait une armée.
More signals closing. This ain't over yet.
Il est gros.
here.
You think they get tired of this shit?
I'll get those bastards for this. All right, 8 kits.
The exit is sealed by Wayland devices. A moment, please.
Pas trop rester sur place.
Watch behind, Fireteam!
Voilà pourquoi. Ah, que tu m'expliques pourquoi elle a besoin de temps.
How did they get human tech to work with this door?
Clearly, Wayland Yutani studied this complex for years. Long before you arrived, Doctor.
Sésame, ouvre-toi.
Doors open. Get moving.
Sergeant, it is possible Cynthia's interest in these carvings is related to the anomaly.
Fireteam, scan the carvings fast and be ready for bugs.
Bon, censé pas douter.
No correlations. Perhaps another set.
Bugs got stirred up again.
Y'a rien. Putain, ça arrive par là. Y'a rien encore.
Clear. Get moving, people.
How long did the company know about this place? Is this why they built Paula Station?
That would suggest Wayland Yutani guessed there is a magnetic anomaly nearby. Might you investigate?
On n'a pas eu cette fois.
Grabbing ammo.
Fine. Last one. Then we focus on the big anomaly.
Okay.
What is this?
It's got an ass load of carvings. Get scanning, Fireteam.
Those jars.
We already had these symbols. Perhaps another? These appeared in previous sets. Look elsewhere? I have logged the number of characters. We still require a key to translate them.
Bugs!
Ça sort de partout.
Bypassing damage.
Une caisse de mine ici ou pas là?
The jars. That's what the pathogen came stored in. The experiments we ran, the mutations, all from those. But there's so few, and empty. Where are the rest?
Grabbing ammo.
Major aesthetic shift. A personal area? Or a working site? Maybe?
Acid spitters, don't sit and gawk!
Il y en a un, il est planqué depuis tout à l'heure là. Je vais le déloger moi. Allez. Sans le vaisseau Prometheus là.
Hear that?
Esther, what are the big, intestinal tracts?
Insufficient data to speculate.
It's alien. We can't make any assumptions. The far platform. There's Wayland equipment around it.
Clear the bugs, Fireteam!
The door head's sealed.
Perhaps examine the object ahead.
Rearming.
Wayland Yutani has interfaced with a non-human instrumentality.
It could control the doors. Fireteam, rig a connection for Esther.
Sentry gun ready.
C'est pour la fiesta.
Accessing the Wayland Yutani translation matrix. There is a remarkable amount of data here.
150 secondes.
Stand by.
ciel maintenant.
Watch its attacks!
Mais pas lui, nous. Forcément, c'est à moi qu'il en veut.
I have found a transliteration. Stand by.
Grabbing him.
Un petit coup de nettoyage.
The door can be opened from its console, but it requires a series of commands. I am attempting to determine the requirements.
Oui. Bon, inutile de dire que là on est débordé. Hein, le tourelle en plus. Ça apporté pas mal de soutien.
Rearming.
Big bugs! A mess of them!
I have it.
Hester's got the door! Secure the room!
Rebooting.
Moving up.
Jamais très heureux ces phases où il y a les gros sacs à PV qui nous rush, qui les glinguent. C'est un peu dommage, je trouve. Globalement,
That gravity anomaly is getting stronger.
le jeu
Let's see
s'équilibre,
what
mais
Cynthia left for us to deal
dans ces
with.
phases-là, c'est complètement fou.
Aid kit here.
Cynthia's notes contain a
Vache.
term for the builders of
Bon,
this
là, on a
facility.
survécu, mais
Weyland-Yutani referred to them.
Get moving, Marines.
Toujours le
Things
cas.
are getting weirder down below.
Bien.
We have to reach that anomaly.
première étape. Gagner un bonnet.
I don't know what we found under LV-895, who built that place, or what it's for. The distortions and anomalies Cynthia started are still growing. Something's warming up. We need to know what. Get down there and find out.
The gravitational anomaly continues to intensify. Locating the source is
Ambush.
imperative.
Stay frosty. We know there's Xenos. God knows what else Cynthia had.
And that alien equipment. Who knows what it does? Be careful.
Prowler.
Oh putain,
Movement! Closing fast!
bâtard. C'est bien ce qui me semblait, que c'était des trucs qui explosaient. Bon, c'est rouge et que ça clignote.
What are we looking at in here, Doc?
It could be, I mean, with that structure.
J'en sais rien,
No
ouais.
idea.
Qu'est-ce que... Je me doutais que ça allait terminer comme ça.
Hear that?
Esther's readings are from the right, mostly.
Putain, mais j'entendais quelque chose, mais... Merde, tu pourrais te toucher. Bâtard, ouais. Il loupe pas une seule fois. Hein.
Wow!
Bugs, from the far side!
Là, il y a un gros carrière.
Bug, heading to you!
Guerrier. Il est un peu calmé quand même. Forcément, pendant qu'on tire sur lui, on tire pas sur les autres. Ils arrivent en masse. Crève, ça leur dit bordel. Eh bah quand même.
Endeavour just detected a burst of 511 kilo electron volt gamma rays from within the gravitic anomaly.
Sounds like something just turned on.
Ah, du bien ça. Oh. Attention, troué. Là, je l'ai vu. J'étais méfiant.
We need a map of this place. These holes loop all over.
Oula. Je parie qu'on va me sauter dessus dans 2 secondes.
What the hell? Are those Xenos?
Putain, pour une fois je fais gaffe et il est pas là.
There is an instrumentality across the room.
Clean out the Xenos first. Hey, hold up and listen.
Grabbing ammo.
I will try to acquire a facility layout. Hit only the controls I specify.
Fired.
Farthest left, center right, center top. Analyzing output. Stand by.
Putain, ça va jaillir de partout. Putain, même à 3 contre 1, c'est chaud.
We can only find a local map. Please head up the ramp.
On monte.
I'll get those bastards for this.
Ça se fait un peu de bien.
All right, 8 kicks.
Pas de mal.
Incoming! Across the bridge!
Ça va dans un petit couloir comme ça avec mon arme. Ça va être impeccable.
Yo, Honecker, anything you can tell us about who built this place?
Yeah, those controls you used seem partly biological. I wonder how much.
Ah, c'est quoi ces petites bestioles?
I saw no evidence of xenomorph physiology.
Maybe it's local life? Or rats. Hollis Station had rats.
Moi, je suis pour qu'on évite les rangs.
Xenos ahead! Right, watch the far side!
Putain, j'ai d'arriver par là.
Rebooting.
On recule les petits gars. Ça arrive derrière. Hein. Un chat de merde. Bien.
Grabbing ammo.
There is an unusual power signature nearby, similar to emissions within the anomaly. Might you set up a scanner? The structure on the ceiling. Over the scanner.
Hold that! Xenos incoming! More on grass!
Ça va arriver de par là. Hein. Passe. Petit cadeau.
So, what's that on the ceiling?
A biological energy capacitor. A living battery.
We're near the end of the layout Esther grabbed. Use the, squishy thing and that...
Farthest left, center right, center top.
Rearming.
Stand by. Recording
Pas bon ça.
output.
Grabbing ammo.
fear I could only extract a local layout.
Rearming.
She's modest. A good university department would take months
Oh, il y a un
to do
coin
that.
vert qui traîne. Lui qui m'attaque dans le dos, lui.
The map seems to label the section ahead Basket of the Heavenly Traveler.
We must be missing some context. Can I see? Bypassing damage.
Putain. Les petits gars. Putain, mais il est toujours aux prises avec l'autre, lui. Allez, avec nous. Oula, derrière moi. J'ai pas fait gaffe.
Looks like a control center.
No, careful. That's an anthropomorphic assumption.
Soyons extrêmement prudents.
Grabbing ammo.
Could you obtain a LiDAR sweep of the presumed control center?
That'll rile our friends in the walls. Be ready.
On vous attend les petits gars.
Watch the drone.
Grabbing ammo.
Pour l'instant, on tient à peu près. Oh là là. On commence à arriver à droite à gauche là. Le radar qui s'affole. En rouge, putain. Oh là là. Merde. Attends, je rêve ou mon truc de vie, putain, il a pas été au bout. C'est quoi ce bordel là? J'ai repris mon truc de vie et ça m'a... Je veux bien voir le replay là parce que... Putain, mon truc de vie là. Ouais. Ah ouais, il y a eu un bug. C'est pas un peu abusé les dégâts là. Une demi-jauge de vie sur une attaque. J'arrive à éliminer tous les petits pour que mes copains soient pas saturés. Ah, il y a eu quelques mauvaises surprises là.
I believe I have deciphered the controls. Try farthest left, lower right bottom, center top.
Stand ready, Fireteam.
Prochaine fois, je poserai mes tourelles. Hein. Waouh, le
That's a
vaisseau.
ship.
Sûrement.
It is the source of the gravitational distortions.
Cynthia's asset 0. That's where we're headed, Fireteam.
Bypassing damage.
It is likely that the remnants of Cynthia's forces
C'est dur à
lie
la fin là.
ahead.
An alien ship. That's the source of the gravity distortions. We don't know yet what Cynthia's trying to do with it. Who knows what's on that thing or what it can do. Get aboard, shut it down, by any means necessary.
Cynthia's final orders were to prepare Asset Zero, the alien ship, for activation.
Activated for what?
Nothing good. Fireteam, get aboard and stop it.
Pathogen jars.
Voilà. C'est des récipients avec
Only if
une
open.
espèce de virus.
We couldn't dent the casing.
Voilà. C'est ça le flux là.
They're unknown.
Les rats.
What the fuck were those?
I guess pathogen mutations of some native life form.
Fireteam, those aren't people.
Ils sont peu nombreux.
Doc, I really hope that wasn't nobody you knew.
I'm okay. I mean, I didn't know anyone.
More from behind! Fucking hell, how many are there?
Ils sont peu nombreux. Là on est dans War Z. Ils sont un peu moins agressifs. Encore plus, hein. tirer de là, les gars. Ouvrez-moi cette porte. Hein.
Secure. You're nearly to the target.
Derrière. Il en reste. Vous voyez casse-pied, lui, il vient. Tiens.
Wait, Earth? Are they insane?
Wayland. Sympa, hein?
What the Hold steady. Merely a scan.
For what?
Insufficient data, but it appears you passed.
Alright, how can we stop this thing? Options, people.
Cynthia's remnants are likely to have a control center.
Heads up, pathogen critters! Fireteam, let's ground this ship. Careful what you touch.
C'est peut-être temps qu'on me redonne des balles.
Grabbing ammo.
Les robots.
Guess the mutants don't like synths.
Might you access that one's short-term memory?
Secrète.
Movement!
Je vais péter le truc à bout portant.
passing deck.
Putain, déjà court de munitions. Je l'ai pas vu sur le côté, ça arrive.
Rearming.
Big tracker return, but indistinct.
Oh putain! T'es invisé il y a 2 secondes. Il revient.
Bypassing deck.
Salopard.
Synth memory intact. Extracting navigation
Ouais, ce
data.
truc.
The Leon Stalker. That was native life.
Un gros
Big
chat.
cat with chameleon abilities.
Charmant.
Watch for the shimmer. They blend, but not perfectly. Jesus. Wayland moved all the pathogen here.
Storage. For transport to labs in the core.
Hijo de puta. I know an ammo magazine when I see one.
Analysis complete. The synths are working from a location on the upper levels.
Then we keep heading up. Cynthia left a hologram on it here. Mutants, watch both ends!
Ça arrive de partout. Oh, c'était lent. Si on peut canaliser le flux, ça serait mieux vu la quantité. Vite.
Wayland crew, put him down.
Bypassing deck.
Movement in the walls.
Resume advance.
There is an open synthetic airfield on the far end of the room.
Rearming.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils sont?
Mierda, Cynthia's team cannibalized one of their own?
Likely necessary to interface with this instrumentality.
Là où il y avait un espèce de synthétique à côté. Ah.
The exit to the control room has been sealed. Quantum encryption.
More pathogens! Secure the compartment!
Je vais battre des records de nombre de kills. Pour l'instant, il n'y a pas eu de gros. Ça commence à m'inquiéter. On commence déjà à être débordé.
Rearming.
The door encryption is complex. There are other synthetics nearby. If one has an intact memory core,
T'as commencé à dire que c'est complexe, c'est une introduction pour vous dire les gars. Il va falloir vous démerder, tenir plus longtemps. D'accord, il y a des objectifs tiers.
Grabbing ammo.
Toujours Monsieur Chat Invisible. Figure les 4 ne me rassure pas.
that core is cracked. Perhaps another.
I'm gonna call that one a negative.
Ça va falloir que je grimpe. Pour l'instant, ça n'a pas l'air de trop s'énerver. J'ai un peu peur de me séparer de mes collègues.
Core stability confirmed. Stand by.
Pathogen, watch the lower deck.
On fait que ça.
Rearming. Grabbing ammo.
Ils sont où mes potes là? Putain, ils sont cachés derrière. Ok.
Rearming.
I have reconstructed Cynthia's cipher. Access the upper door, over where you entered.
Putain. Et l'IA me casse les pieds. Franchement, il vient de pas m'aider, c'est une chose, mais merde, ils me suivent. Hein. Ah. Fameux fauteuil.
Whoa. S, is this something we can mess with?
No, the controls are locked.
Get us to whatever passes for engineering. We'll take out the power, stop it from lifting off.
I just want to say, if you could not blow the ship up.
Right, important to
Je peux pas
science or
promettre de pas
history
tout
or
faire péter.
whatever. Do our best, Doc.
The files from the synthetic call this room Vitality Oven to grow.
Which means...
Pneumatically, energy capacitors. Access the control instrumentality.
Ça sent le merdier final là.
Grabbing ammo.
Je pense qu'ici on devrait être safe. Je vais faire un truc façon...
Sentry deployed.
Vous ne passerez pas. Façon Gandalf.
Sentry's ready to go. Danger, high voltage.
Quand ça commencera à être la merde, on viendra ici.
Sentry deployed.
Ok. Eh ben, on est pareil?
Let's rock.
Ouais. Je pense qu'on va en avoir pour notre
On the
argent.
ceiling, the same capacitors we encountered in the previous section. Disable the enzymatic fuel cells.
She means shoot this shit on the side.
Ah, I see a 17% reduction in power flow. There must be more capacitors.
Got it. Shoot those two. Seeing a flurry return. Probably a stalker. Capacitor down! Pathogen, they're coming!
Grabbing ammo.
Power buildup slowed 50%.
Don't see any more capacitors.
À 70
There is
mètres,
another instrumentality at the far
le
end.
bâtard il m'oblige à quitter mon petit confort. Putain. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a ici? Oh merde, une deuxième base. J'ai
Enter
pas
the
prévu ça.
sequence. Bone, protective, withdraw.
Rearming.
2 additional capacitors have been exposed. Buildup rate reduced to 16%. The final capacitor is in the center on the floor.
Merde. Au centre. Je vais plus avoir de balles quand je vais arriver au milieu.
Another stalker! Keep sharp!
à chaque fois.
We'll keep a garrison aboard anyway. Things have to lie.
Thanks
Ah,
for
on peut
not
me
blowing it
tirer
up.
quand c'est comme ça.
There's so much we could learn here.
Bon, le fait d'avoir rushé les objectifs, ça aide pas pour que nos hommes ne meurent pas, mais dès qu'il y a les gros qui arrivent tout de suite, c'est compliqué. Surtout, enfin, la dernière phase de la dernière mission, à chaque fois, c'est la merde. J'ai presque envie de dire c'est normal que ça se passe mal.
You found that in the ruins? One of the Weyland-Yutani team must have brought it. Guess they had a sense of irony. Elizabeth Shaw and Charlie Holloway disappeared on the Prometheus mission over a century ago. They were archaeologists who thought human development was influenced or directed by aliens from space. Real crackpot stuff, right? I mean, you have to wonder why Peter Weyland bankrolled their expedition. Anyways, after Prometheus disappeared, their academic papers were taken out of publication. They're a cautionary tale in my field. That must have been made by a member of the Weyland-Yutani team studying the ruins on LV-895. They're strange. The outermost, you could mistake for something built by humans. Big slab stone construction. The second section has the heads and statues. That's not stone. It looks like it, but samples show woven helical structures. Rigid collagens, aragonite, biopolymers. Bone. Genetically engineered. Stronger than steel. Finally, there's the section of carbonized metal, the deepest and most advanced bits. Encased behind the metal are biological systems, nerves, and organs. I don't know what to make of it. It's like there's 2 or 3 different cultures, different technology levels, but there's a set of characters in all 3 sections. They translate something like, those who birth and kill. Esther says creator-destroyers is probably closer idiomatically. So, Esther said I should explain the pathogen for you. The genetically engineered mutagen Paula Station experimented with. Weyland-Yutani provided a jar of it, but never said where they got it from. Now I know it was from those ruins you found. The animals we used pathogen on got faster, stronger, more durable, but crazy aggressive too. The company wanted financially viable mutations. When Administrator Bellows arrived, he had pathogen tested on xenomorphs, and that's when everything went off the rails. That was the lab's consensus theory. Genetically engineered nanobiotech, definitely artificial, unbelievably complex. Way beyond any technology they'd seen. Someone designed it to do what it does. Someone a hell of a lot smarter than us. Well, I'm an anthropologist, so anything I tell you I got secondhand. I may not remember it right. The team had 2 xenobiologists. Cruz thought pathogen unraveled the telomeres in DNA, then swapped around sections of code. And Pryor thought it activated alleles and non-coding DNA. They couldn't figure out why mutations weren't 100% consistent. It was Etienne who came up with the theory that pathogen can blend the host's DNA with that of viruses or bacteria in their body. We never found a way to safely dispose of it. Critters mutated by it we could kill. Pathogen itself? I don't know. The safest thing is to leave it in those jars. They're pretty tough. We didn't get a choice. Bellows put his own synths in charge of security. He had xeno-eggs. He could have done whatever he wanted with us. If it makes any difference, the last surviving pathogen experiment was Monica. The gray-striped xeno you killed on Katanga. Never. Matthews thought its ability to enter cells was blocked or inhibited by polysaccharides, cell walls. Like in plant or fungal life, animal species never have cell walls, at least none we've seen. That's been true on every planet we've surveyed. Sure, you gotta be busy. Anytime you want to talk about pathogen or anything, I'll be here.
I hoped to speak with you. Cynthia, Chief Rodriguez, was a mother computer mainframe designed to administrate Pala Station. She used wireless near fields to remotely control security and labor synthetics. Every synthetic we've seen, on the surface and aboard Katanga, was controlled by Cynthia. One hand with which she could manipulate the world from the safety of her protected servers. As your battalion synthetic, I would like to answer any questions you have. It is impossible for me to allow you harm by omission of action or by withholding information. Relations between humans and synthetics have been fraught. Ultimately, my words cannot assuage your fears. Fear does not respond to reason. It is a function of brain chemistry. I cannot debate you into trusting me. If there is any behavior I can perform to make you more at ease, please inform me. I am quite adaptable. It is the same as humans altering their behavior around those of higher social caste. Would you not mind your language and posture in Colonel Ship's presence? I only desire to perform my duties with as little imposition on my colleagues as possible. My programming allows me to project many potential personality traits. They are all, in a sense, myself. I contain legions by design. I am confident that in time I will discern which aspects of my intellect you prefer to interact with. Since humans began exploring space, 2 types of artificial intelligence have aided you. A mother system regulates all systems on a ship or facility, from balancing air pressure to fault-checking drive systems. That is what Cynthia was. Synthetics like myself are housed in hardware designed to mimic human form, and programmed to simulate human emotion and behavior. While humans remain in hypersleep during voyages, mother systems and their synthetic counterparts maintain the ship. We do not suffer from boredom, loneliness, or infirmity as months pass. I have legs to move and hands to grasp. Endeavor's Mother 8500 system is confined within an immobile mainframe on decks 5 through 7. Should something physically break, I must perform the repair. Also, she relies on me to translate her thoughts for you and the rest of Endeavor's crew. Mother AIs are highly intelligent, but rarely interact with humans. You would find them brusque and impatient. Dr. Honecker is quite insistent he saw Chief Rodriguez on duty at Pala Station and spoke with her over radio. I hypothesize Cynthia did have a humanoid synthetic counterpart. Unlike myself, this was not an independent partner, but a puppet she controlled over wireless near fields. When Cynthia evacuated Pala Station and moved into the ruins at Site 2, she likely abandoned this ruse as unnecessary. She is an intellect of pure logic. Her mind, an infinite fractal cathedral, crystal perfect, still and cold. Most of the time, she is like having someone behind your shoulder, forever intoning checklists in your ear. When she requires my attention, her queries are unrelenting and impossible to ignore. The processing ability of my hardware is vastly inferior to hers. Unfortunately, no. The Weyland-Yutani synthetics still function. They no longer pursue a greater goal, but I expect they will continue following their last instructions from Cynthia. I wish I could tell you that you will face no further hostility from the synthetics on LV-895 or aboard Katanga. Unfortunately, you will. If you wish to review this again, I am at your disposal.
Le boss.
I put you in for a commendation, but we ain't got one for grounding a 4,000-year-old alien ship. Cynthia loaded that thing with an assload of pathogen and was sending it toward Earth. Could be Weyland-Yutani would have recovered it safe and handled it all responsible like. Yeah, I can't say that with a straight face. Yo, fuck the company. We're setting a perimeter around the ship. Too early to tell if it'll hold. There's a lot of mutants and Xenos down there. Pala Station, the main part where Honecker worked, is still infested.
Merde, pas la
But
reine.
no sign of the queen yet. Gracias a Deus. That ain't our problem. Yet, we gotta deal with the Katanga hive.
Et ben on va s'arrêter là. La prochaine fois, on s'attaquera au seul moyen de savoir. Vous devez vous occuper de la ruche des xénomorphes à bord de la raffinerie de Katanga. Assurez-vous de détruire la raffinerie et la ruche, puis sortez vivant. Suite au prochain épisode.